Welcome back to Fireside Fears. If you enjoy chilling, immersive horror stories told in the dark, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Now, let the fire crackle, let the night settle in, and let's begin. The Girl Who Stood in the Basement Light. When I was a kid, my grandmother's house had a basement I was never allowed to enter. It wasn't locked, it wasn't sealed, it was just forbidden. My grandma never yelled, she was calm, always smiling, but whenever I even looked at the basement door, her whole body would tense. "Don't go down there," she'd say softly, eyes drifting to the doorframe as if expecting something to move. "She doesn't like to be bothered." I thought she meant some she like a cat or a neighbor, but Grandma never explained. Just the same soft warning every time. I obeyed until I was 15. Everything started the night Grandma fell asleep early in her recliner. The TV hummed softly, the house was quiet, and I had a dumb burst of confidence. Teenagers think nothing can touch them. Nothing is truly dangerous. I walked to the basement door. My hand shook, not because I was scared, but because the air near the door was unbelievably cold. And the closer I got, the more the kitchen lights flickered, like the house itself was warning me. Still, I turned the doorknob. The hinges creaked. A thin draft of ice slid across my face. The basement was pitch black, except for her. A single bare bulb was hanging from the ceiling by a frayed wire. It flickered in a slow, sick pattern, and right under it stood a girl. A girl my age, a girl I had never seen in my life. Her hair hung in front of her face. Her hands were clasped tightly, fingers white from gripping so hard. She didn't move. She didn't breathe. She just stood directly beneath the bulb, staring at the floor. And every time the bulb flickered on, she stepped an inch closer. Darkness. Light. Closer. Darkness. Light. Closer. Darkness. Light. Closer. I backed up and slammed the door so hard, the whole hallway shook. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I tried telling Grandma what I saw. She froze so completely that for a moment I wondered if she'd stopped breathing. Then she whispered, "You opened the door? You looked at her?" I didn't mean to. Grandma grabbed my wrist with more strength than I knew she had. "Don't ever look at her again. That's how she learns you. That's how she follows." I didn't understand what she meant, but I promised. I didn't go near the basement for weeks. I avoided even glancing at the door. I thought the problem was over. But the girl started appearing other places. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and see a faint glow of a single dangling bulb in my bedroom corner. No fixture there, no switch, nothing. Just the light, flickering, on, off, on, off. And on the third flicker, she would appear, always under the bulb, always with her hair covering her face. Always a little closer each time. One time, as I lay completely paralyzed with fear, she tilted her head just slightly. A small, broken movement. Then another flicker of the bulb. She vanished. As weeks went by, the encounters became more frequent. She appeared behind me in the bathroom mirror, in the hallway when I passed by the basement door, in reflections in the windows at night, standing under phantom bulbs that shouldn't exist. Grandma noticed I wasn't sleeping and finally sat me down. "She was here before I moved in," she whispered. The previous owners called her the Hanging Light Girl, but that's not her name. Then what is she? Grandma stared at her trembling hands. She is something that lives where darkness and old houses overlap. She waits for a door to open, and when someone looks at her long enough, she learns their face, their breath, their footsteps. She closed her eyes. When she knows you, she follows you. And once she follows, she gets closer every night. How close does she get? I asked, voice barely a breath. Grandma didn't answer. She didn't need to. The night she came for me, the bulb appeared again, this time hanging directly above my bed. I bolted upright. The bulb flickered. When the light came on, she was standing at the end of my mattress. Flicker. Closer. Flicker. Kneeling at the side of the bed. Flicker. Her hair brushing my arm. Flicker. Her face inches from mine. I saw her eyes for the first time. They weren't human. They weren't even alive. They were pale, empty, sunken hollows glowing faintly like mold in the dark. And then she whispered in a voice that didn't belong to the living. I know your steps now. One more flicker. She vanished. The next morning, Grandma told me we had to leave. Not for a while. Forever. She stuffed whatever she could in bags, trembling violently the whole time. I asked her if leaving would help. She doesn't care about places, she said. She cares about people. We stayed in a hotel that night. I felt safer. Until 3 a.m. A faint buzzing filled the room. I opened my eyes. A single bare bulb was flickering in the corner, coming from a fixture that wasn't there before. On. Off. On. Off. On. She was standing under it, closer than ever. Her hair lifted slowly, as if blown by a breeze that didn't exist. I didn't scream. I couldn't. Flicker. Her hand rested on my ankle. Flicker. She whispered, I found you. Flicker. Everything went dark. I don't know how long I was unconscious. When I woke up, the bulb was gone. The corner was empty. Grandma was sitting beside me, tears streaming down her cheeks. She knows you now, she whispered. You'll see her the rest of your life. Every house, every room, every dark place with enough space for a light above. We moved again, and again, and again. Didn't matter. She always finds me. Sometimes it takes days, sometimes weeks. Once she didn't show up for 2 months, and I thought maybe she'd forgotten. But the bulb always returns. It'll appear above me at night, in hotel rooms, in gas station stalls, in reflections in the car window, hanging from nothing. And the moment that faint light flickers, she's there, smiling now, waiting, patiently, every time a little closer. Because she's no longer learning me. She's following me. And next time the light flickers, she won't disappear. The fire's burning low now. If you enjoyed the story, stay close. There are many more to tell. Until next time, sleep with one eye open. You're never truly alone when you're near the fire.